coming off during the practice session here at the TOC, and that'd be pretty neat, practicing with your dad, Eugene.
Yeah, it's definitely nice to have him here in bowling at a PBA event. I mean, especially the TOC.
So they're looking at the equipment you got on the rack. You got quite a few choices right now. It's the 40-foot Don Johnson pattern, and it's a tricky surface here at AMF Riviera, isn't it? You bowled here. You didn't bowl here last year. You didn't win your Players Championship after.
Yeah, I missed the PTQ cut the past 2 years here, so I've never bowled the main field.
So what are you looking for right now in your ball motion with 40-foot oil on the lane, 20-foot of drive?
So, based off of my past 2 PTQ experiences, I've had too strong of equipment. So I brought a lot weaker stuff because the surface just hooks so much. And our rev rate out here is just going to hook even more. So I'm looking at a little bit quicker stuff that gets to the fronts, but also not so sideways on the back end. So we're looking for a quick, like a GB4 hybrid. I have a pin down one and a pin in the middle finger that don't go sideways but get through the fronts and it's still hooking up. This one's brand new. I drilled it before I came here.
It's got a pretty good look to it so far.
Old age there.
Your dad's calling cold age.
Yeah,
He's in front of the ball return.
he's also boned 9 like 13 times already.
Obviously, with the high friction in the center, your natural ball speed is going to be to your advantage. You're not worried about having to slow yourself down. It's about where that ball's slowing down.
Yeah, right? I'm going to be able to bowl a little bit more normal this week without having to worry about stepping down and trying to make sure I'm throwing the ball slow. I can still use my speed, and I can just hit it a little bit more if I need it to hook. Because there's plenty of friction that, as long as you can get it through the fronts, you'll have plenty of back end motion.
A lot of in the World Series of Bowling. Eric Jones. Eric, he's the Major League PTQ this morning. A little different pattern now. This pattern's a foot shorter. You had Harry Smith going at 41. This is Don Johnson 40. What have you seen on the pattern so far? About a half hour into the practice session.
They are much tighter. Yeah, on Harry Smith this morning, there's some hook out. You could kind of get your ball started sooner out. It seems like unless you're on top of it, you can't play out. So toying with a lot more reactive. Still, yeah.
Have you seen something kind of similar?
Yeah, pretty much. Richie Teese was telling me this morning that he used a lot of surface, and he was definitely right. They're definitely playing a lot tighter than I thought. So.
Oh my gosh. I haven't hit the head pin of that ball in like 5 shots, so progress.
Is that something you did this morning or no?
No, I threw a black hammer all morning. They were so hard. It's like, I had a good first game and I was just like, if I can get 200 the rest of the way, I'm in.
Right now the center's solid, looks pretty good. I think like symmetrics look the best right now for me. Also an extreme envy maybe, possibly, so.
There's some hook in that right side, seems like.
Yeah.
Tell you what, it's kind of, and of course, being here as a PBA champion, the first time bowling in the main field, that's got to help loosen the swing as well.
Yeah, it's awesome being here for the first time ever, but still a job to be done, so it's awesome though. Yeah. Not to bowl a PTQ or anything, automatically in, so it's awesome.
What are you seeing in the ball motion right now? It's tough to keep that ball from overhooking, isn't it?
Yeah, so the middles are pretty flat. So what I've seen through the history of the TOCs is that about games 3, 4, 5, you're left like shipping into the gutter, slow curve. That's what we're working on right now. Just finding a ball that finds an even middle ground.
What ball was that you just shot?
Black Widow 2.0 hybrid. That one's pretty good.
Yeah, it almost seems like you're not hitting up on the ball at all. Just
yeah,
off your hand.
Just trying to get it right and not so much up the lane, but to shape it enough.
Okay. What else you got in the bag that might be an option to go to before, let's say before you would have gotten into that ball, like on the fresh?
Probably a stealth. I'll throw that real quick. Still kind of lazy because it's too late for that ball right now.
Oh! Okay, that was good. That was good. Yeah.
Slapping nines all like that, D-Rod, it's going to be a really good week. And
Very good week.
how does it feel to be in the TOC? When a month ago, it was just a dream.
It was a CO what? But you know what? This is exactly what. You know, we all sit and we dream about this. I bowled the PTQ for the TLC last year. Unfortunately, I didn't make it. But to see my banner sitting up here, being able to bowl the TLC, give myself multiple chances for yet another major. I mean, how cool would it be to win 2 majors back to back? Like, you know what I mean? That would be at my first time. But I can tell you right now, the type of bowling balls that I'm using are a little bit different. Typically, I use pins that are a little bit closer to my fingers, but now I'm using pins that are a little bit higher to help the ball slow down and get into a roll a little bit better. With that shot there, I'm like, okay, I think I'm doing it right because that looked really, really good.
And what brand ball is that again?
It's a Storm Phase 2.
Storm Phase 2?
Yeah,
Okay.
Phase 2. Like everybody on staff at Storm has to have a Phase 2 for sure.
So let's watch you through another one here with that, and then maybe we'll talk to you about another option you might jump into.
Oh, absolutely. I can change balls now if you want. I can throw something a little bit different. Okay, it did look good. Yeah, let's see. All right, so what I'm like, so I'm just gonna, you know, do roughly around the same thing. Yeah, so the ball makes it back, and that's a good thing. And I know I can throw it a little bit firmer to get the ball to push a little bit more because of the oil. I'm not really too sure how long it is, but it's playing like it's a little bit shorter, but if you miss right, it's gonna be a little bit longer. So I have that. I'm gonna have some bigger bowling balls like the Harsh Reality, Eternity Pi, stuff like that, just in case. But you can always use like an IQ Tour as well on something like this to keep your angles a little bit straighter if you need to.
So you got like the next ball progression line, the rookie mode, you got that on the rack?
Oh, I absolutely. You know what? Yeah, I do. I have it. But let's do it.
Yeah, let's take a look.
Okay.
What do we got there?
Yeah, let's see this. And so to show, like, you can see how high the pins are.
Yeah, okay.
And even that one. So, but it's again, I still have to get the ball going to the right a little bit. I do want to show one more good one of me actually getting it to the right to see the ball shaped the way that we need it to shape. All right, let's do it. Of course, right? But that's what I'm talking about when getting it to that spot. My goal was to get one to the right, and it got to the right, but that ball doesn't have enough differential or enough core to make it back from that spot. So as we are bowling and we progress, it will definitely come into play. But right now on freshman, we've only been bowling for about 45 minutes or so. It's not coming into play, but I got one where I want it to go so you can see kind of what it does.
Adorable baby.
Yeah, buddy.
AJ Johnson done with bowling practice. He's now on daddy practice here.
Yeah, that's right. Their first, this is their first trip since he was born. So this is a pretty special week, and not only for that, but for other reasons as well.
So what did you see on the lanes? It's 40-foot down Johnson. We always know the frictions here at AMF Riviera Lanes.
Yeah, there's usually a lot of friction, but actually now, you know, with the oil that we're using, you know, it looks like it's going to hold up a little bit. They seem a little thicker this year. So, you know, just managing angles because there's a big out of bounds to the right. So just keeping the ball in front of you, managing angles, that middle part of the lane, and you know, just gotta get the ball to go through the pins the right way. And I think speed control is a big thing this week. So we'll see what happens as they keep running them.
Someone's ready for a nap. I just saw a big yawn.
Oh yeah, he just woke up, so we're getting him to stay awake. He's got a full belly, and we're gonna let him stay awake for a little bit so everybody can see him.
Another player, first time in the main field for the TOC. It's going to be feeling pretty good here in the practice session.
Yeah, just practicing what I'm not best at, which is slow curving it from left. Seems like in the past this tournament has kind of led its way to that zone, so I'm going to get some reps in doing that now while it doesn't count for score.
Okay, and what seems to be the equipment that seems to be best in your hand?
I mean, definitely the cleaner cover. So right now I'm throwing the new Road from Storm. Whenever we get to those zones, it's always usually a cleaner cover, symmetrical ball.
So yeah, I'm just playing with different rotations from there, different ball speeds. Yeah, trying to get comfortable now so that when it gets to that point, I'll have already played there.
So you already got kind of the progression laid out in your head?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I guess now we hope that actually does get to that.
Yeah. So is it pretty cool coming inside the AMF Riviera Lanes, knowing you're a champion, knowing
Yeah.
TOC?
I mean, yeah, it's been cool this whole season, seeing my banner up there. Yeah. It's something you kind of dream of, bowling the TOC as a champion one day.